Hey guys, and welcome. It's another video here, Too Tall Tom. This time I'm playing a paladin that I'm going to twink at 80. She's about, I think, 77 or 78 now. So soon I'll be that glorious, glorious level, and I'll be able to start gearing her for her best in slots and, um, start doing Alduar, I guess, just like on my mage. But what I want to talk to you about is I've noticed there's a lot of shit that's been going on with YouTube lately with false DMCAing and whatnot, and it's like, it's really scary for someone like me who's looking to start making YouTube videos and looking to get into it and haven't really found their niche yet, and I'm walking into this variable, basically this minefield where I'm seeing these bigger YouTubers that I watch all the time, like I Hate Everything and, like Grade A Under A, and they're getting, like, DMCA'd when all their content is within fair use, and I'm sitting here like, shit, I mean, is it gonna eventually happen to me? Like, is it just, I have to say what people like at all times, or else I'm gonna get basically taken down? Is that what the internet's become? Like, it seems like it's been kind of going that way for a while. In certain aspects, like, social justice trying to police people's words. And to a little bit of that, I do disagree with some of it, but some of it I do see the point in. But that's a whole nother video entirely. But the main thing is it just seems like this whole internet culture has gone from free speech and anonymity, and, you can go online, you can talk to people with similar interests, and you can say what you want to say, because regardless of where you're at in a country, there's free speech online. And it's really starting to go in the opposite, where there isn't free speech online anymore. Like, threads all over on different sites get banned and deleted if you talk about certain things that the site's coordinators don't agree with you on and whatnot. And it's just really scary what the internet is becoming. And I don't really know what the push is towards it, whether it's, social justice warriors with an agenda, or, people are just sick and tired of seeing the comments that are like, go fucking kill yourself, and like stuff like that, which has no constructive criticism aspect to it, and it's just there to try to make someone upset, whether or not the person means it. Which, in most, I want to say most cases, there is a little aspect that the person does mean it. There's a lot of talking without thinking going on online in the last years. Like, I remember in Call of Duty, it was, there was lots of, trash talking and that, but back then, it was like pretty well, from my experience on Xbox, it was kind of exclusive to Call of Duty. Like, sure, you'd go on Halo and some of the ranked matches would have a little bit of trash talking, but if you went into, like, Social Slayer, you could meet people and talk and actually have a good time. Now it just seems like everything is just trash talking, to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to really associate with people online as much as I used to, which is sad, because I'm one of those people that my life's basically online, so that's cutting out a major social aspect to the game. Like, it's ironic that I'm playing World of Warcraft, because it kind of reflects it, because World of Warcraft has become such an anti-social game now. It's surprising if you join a group and and people say hello. Like, it's rare when I get into a group and, the people are like, hey, how's it going? And, like, even that, it's not like they're going to start a conversation or even talk through the whole thing. But just saying hello, it has become a rarity in this game, which it was, for a long time, it was my social, it was my social interaction that I got with other people, because, I had some social anxiety, and I live in a small town, and I don't really hang out with a lot of people, so, I would do a majority of my interaction with other people online, as pathetic as that sounds. But I'm sure there's other people that share the same mindset as me, that's how they talk to people. Like, a lot of the best people I've met have been online, because You know, you can't choose who lives near you, but you can choose who you interact with online, whether that's good or bad. Um, but really, it's like now it's everyone's got like this attitude of, well, shit, I better be an asshole to the person online before they're an asshole to me, so I can kind of beat them at their own game. And it's really sad because it's it's kind of making the social justice warriors have more of a point than they really should. Like, a lot of people can argue, like, no, you know, people aren't, you know, misogynist and people aren't this and that, and, you know, it's true for them, but the majority of women that I talk to online, if they even do play games online, just hate the interactions that they get from average people who are, you know, a lot of times just joking, but, you know, a joke will get old the more you hear it. So, you know, the first time maybe you get a little chuckle, but by like the 10th time or whatever, of someone like hitting on you or whatever, I'm sure it gets pretty annoying. And I can't really, you know, argue against that because it's all someone's experience online. And being a guy online, sure, I get trash talked and whatnot, but I try to be nice, so I generally don't get a lot of, you know, people bitching at me or like sending dick pics or whatever, which, you know, whether or not you want to argue anecdotal evidence, that's what happens to a lot of women online, sadly, from my experience of just talking to my friends who play online. And it's like, it's really, I don't know what's gonna change it. I don't think anything can. It's just how the social aspect of humanity seems to be evolving. Is just, we seem to be more bitter towards each other online just because we assume that we're, you know, the other person is going to be bitter. And a lot of times, because it's online, it is justified because of the experiences that we've had as individuals, and it's hard to put those experiences past. Like, if you're joining a guild in World of Warcraft and you just got kicked out of your last guild because people were being assholes, you don't want to jump back into a guild. That's a personal experience I had recently with another character, and I'm glad that I found this Twink guild because everyone's cool in it. But it's hard to find a guild that's run by someone who's, you know, clear-minded and doesn't just fall into drama. So it's really sad that that's what online has become, and it really makes me afraid for like starting on YouTube, which I know it's like, okay, you know, that's a part of working on the internet. But if you start as an entrepreneur in the real life, could you imagine if you wanted to start like a bakery and people came in and were like, fuck you, your fucking bagels suck, go fucking kill yourself, every fucking day when you get popular? Like, man, I would retire. Like, that's what you have to deal with online as like these content creators. And I can only imagine the volume that they get, whether they're male or female. They're going to be getting a shit ton of that depending on their popularity. So, I don't know. This is just kind of a ramble about it. But I just kind of wanted to get this off my chest. So, I thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a great day.